this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy and subscribe for more. If you or a loved one have been diagnosed with not watching this stream, you may be entitled to watch this stream. In this stream, you will find recording, practice, general tips and know-how, and socialization with other human beings. Please enjoy.
Hi there. How's it going? Today we are going to be attempting to write a progressive metal song. The whole idea is to kind of take some of the influences that I've worked with for the last God knows how long and see if I can turn them into something that sounds like a cohesive thing. I would welcome any and all help with this process. We're going to be building it off of a guitar player called Mark Holcomb's approach. So if you like Periphery, you might enjoy this part. If you don't, then you might not enjoy this stuff. So I already have everything kind of ready to rock here. They're all set up, ready to go for the initial riff. So you start as best I can understand it, because he did a little series for Guitar World that was pretty fantastic. You start with a single line of something or other. You start with a melody of some kind. So I'm in drop C right now, and that decay though. So I'm thinking I'm going to start with something clean and then kind of work it into a distorted thing. So I was playing a little bit of, they have a song called The Way the News Goes. I'm going to turn that delay down a little bit real quick, and by down I mean off. So they have this thing, and play it slow. And the way that riff works is it's just a series of chords. It's just arpeggiated chords. So if you've ever heard of sweep picking, it's pretty much that in terms of arpeggiation, but without the sweeping part. He breaks it down in a much more clean way than I'm going to for this purpose. That's a whole other type of thing. But anyway, yeah, so the riff. So it's a really cool riff. My goal today, over the course of God knows how long this is going to happen, will be to get that in my own riff. So I'm going to steal riffs from people. Welcome to the industry. No, I'm kidding. We're going to attempt, in this case, to make it similar. So first comes the melody we want to use. So let's take, I don't know, standard minor scale always works pretty well, right? So we'll start with a C. We'll go maybe up a fourth, so we'll go to like that note there. Because the way you're approaching this, if it's not clear already, you take your melody, but you're using it like a chord progression. So you're creating like a movement of sorts. So we have our C, our, what is it with above C? F. That's what we need. So we have our C, we have our F, and then we have, I don't know, what's a good cool sound? What's the sixth? That's nice and exotic, right? And then we'll go back down to this. So that's our progression. We have a 1, 4, 6, 2. Sounds kind of exotic, sounds kind of interesting. We'll see what we can do with it. So if we start with that, see what kind of chords I can build off of those. So the delay comes back, and undoubtedly this will influence what this is going to sound like, so let's see what happens. So we'll start off with a minor something or other, and that can be, this can be lower, I think. All right, so that can be a little bit interesting. Let's try. No, it's a gross noise. Minor chords. That's a decent one. But do we want to go this way, vertically, or horizontally? Horizontally opens up a lot more room, so let's go with that. Now, as you saw with the first riff, the way the news goes, it has a lot of individual notes. So they're not playing them all together. He's arpeggiating them. He's playing them in sequence. So you can do what you want with the sequence. Realistically speaking, it doesn't matter that much. But we're going to try to make it our own. So if we take like a regular minor chord, just a, we'll just arpeggiate that and move it into the next chord, which in this case would be down here. So in a minor key, don't laugh at me, I know this, I swear I know this. It would be, what would that be? Be another minor chord. Right, because the 1, 4, 5 is minor as well. All right, so we're going to go. It's not bad. No, that's major. Don't do that. Go here. And then we have that note. Okay, so we have. It's the hard part. So we're going to go with the, I like the, he likes to use open strings too. I also like to use open strings, but I am nowhere near as good as he is at this. So, but that's what makes this fun, right? If you want to watch Mark Holcomb play stuff, you can watch Mark Holcomb play stuff. This is a channel where we are all very average. So we're going to do some really average versions of what exceptional musicians will do. So we have the, okay, that is the open note advantage. So get back down? How do we get back down? So in this moment, let's see, not the band. I don't like the band. Fight me. So 1, 2, 3, 4, How do I always end up writing around this tempo? Cursed tempo, 120, 125-ish. I guess it's just where most metronomes run default, so. We'll start with a clean version of this, like I said, and then we're going to see where we can go from there. Okay, I like that. 2, 3, 4, da, da, da. Oh, what am I doing? I'm stupid. It's... No? Okay, you can't see what I'm seeing. I have my Max Effects interface up here, and I'm trying to figure out the timing for this, because the timing, it has an internal metronome that you build the delay off of. So if I have this at 125 and this at 147, I don't know why it works. It shouldn't work. Neck pickup, for sure. Okay. Yeah, the more I play it, the more I like it. But the problem right now is consistency with the playing. So I'm thinking the best way to do this would be to play it slowly at first. Always a good thing, by the way. You always want to play slow first, as best you can. Faster than you have any right to do. And I do realize this has a little bit of a difference from the way the news goes ones. It's way more chordy. This is just more straight arpeggios across a single string. Again, I'd like to reiterate, he's way better than I am, so I'm just using scales and such. I'm not married to the idea of this part either. I do like that part, though. That sounds pretty sick, if I dare to toot my own horn. So... see, that right there, That's an opportunity to use an open string, and we're going to take it. I'm going to see if I can make this sound a little bit cooler then. So if we have the... Okay, yeah, we're arriving somewhere with this. So... uses too much first finger. At that point, it becomes impossible to wrap back around, I think. So sometimes the idea is more interesting than the actual execution, but I can't think of a way to play that without making my hand want to commit Sudoku. That's a joke. I know what Sudoku is. Need to go here. Need that note. And I've officially consolidated this entire thing to like 2 frets. But now it doesn't look as interesting. I guess that's not really a problem, is it? It's all recorded anyway. Ugh. I have to fight every ounce of my my muscle memory for those arpeggios. I have a pattern I use every time I warm up with stuff, and I am desperately trying not to go down that exact same pattern. That's an important thing. If you're not sure, which one is this? Is the right one? Yeah, it is. If you're not sure of what you're going to be writing, try your absolute best, at least at the beginning, to avoid any consistent patterns that you have. I do it all the time. Like when I'm writing, I'll have the same few frets I go to, the same few shapes I trust. And I guess inherently it's not that big of a deal. But in my experience, it's really bad for creativity to just do the same thing over and over and over and over and over again. I mean, that's true with anything, right? So, all right, let's try this. little technique there, little hammer-ons from nowhere. I think Tosin Abasi's been using that a lot lately. Not that it's like anything crazy, but he has a really intense version of it. Excuse me. Anything I can do, that man can do cranked up to 14. The hell with 11. He doesn't know where the top is. So. Nah, that sounds too classical. We don't want to go classical. Trying real hard not to do classical thing. We can go lower too. Turn it to Leo. Sounds way better if you do like the harmonic minor thing there too. But again, back to the classical feel. So I don't know. Yeah, it really wants to do that harmonic minor thing. So let's let it. Let's do our harmonic minor thing for this, because there's no reason not to use that note if it sounds good. Don't let scales pigeonhole you. You pigeonhole the scales. Sounds good. I like that. But I don't know if it needs to clean at that point. I think at that point it almost just stands better on its own, distorted. But let's see if I can play it cleanly distorted. Nope. Ironically enough, this is actually one of the lowest gain versions of this setup that I have right now. And I think I need to dial it back a little bit, because that is a lot more gain than I'm Okay. So I think this is going to be the right one. That's a very, very periphery thing. guitar's all dusty. Okay, so. Let's see if I can record it. I don't think I can yet. That's the other thing to prog metal. As far as I don't write very much of it. First of all, because it's very intensive in terms of time. Like, I am a solid 15 minutes into this, and I have the first riff maybe, and I have changed it like 12 times now. Very time intensive, very thought intensive. The worst part is it's really hard to make it sound natural and not like you're just trying really hard to make it as complicated as possible, which is why I was avoiding the classical thing, because classical music, I love it, but a lot of it sounds like you're running scales because you are. Like the Moonlight Sonata's third movement, for example, just a massive scale run, absolutely massive. I've had just enough coffee for this to be a functional thing, though, so let's see. Then we're going to need a chorus after that, so I'm thinking ahead a little bit. Please forgive me. Okay. That's definitely the right style riff. But keeping that little sweepy bit in the beginning clean is going to be hard. Okay. Then we have that little reverb bit on there as well. I think that should be. Is that tied in the right? Nah, it's not the right tempo either. If I want to use a delay, I want it to all be the right thing. So you got to set my delays to all the right tempo, or it's going to sound bad. So then the next question is, does it sound better starting off the big low C, or that little thing, so I can do a little bow on the beginning there? You're listening to Tesseract. They have a lot of little bows. Does that make sense? I don't know, man. I've had too much caffeine today. So, little bows aside. And that's the kind of run I'm looking to avoid, because I do that all the time. And it's like, does it sound cool? Sure, like in small bursts, like one at a time sometimes. But it doesn't sound good a lot of the time. And the worst part about this is I'm going to have to record it, and then I'm going to have to write a harmony or something to it. Or I'll just do the same thing twice. Recording this twice is going to be a pain. Look at me complaining about things I chose to do. So, you don't grow if you don't hurt yourself, right? No, you don't grow if you don't challenge yourself. I guess challenging is a way of self-harm, but productive self-harm? Thoughts? Woo! That's a lot of string noise. I don't have any open notes here, so I'm going to cheat a little bit. You see that cool little orange thing up there? I'm going to just zoom in a little bit on that because it's cool. You see that? It's called a fret wrap. That's what musicians do when they don't want to try very hard. Y'all ever seen a guitar player put a sock on their neck? This is like that. but with class. You sock heathens. But then I can't do any open notes, so never mind. Damn it. I'll just tighten it down up here. Sometimes you can get some like overtone ringing out of the top strings up here, which kind of makes everything sound a little bit bad. But all in all, it's usually not that big of a deal. It's not that hard to get better at muting, honestly. Just learn how to mute. I have it for recording because I don't always want to do 1,000 takes. Hi, honey. My cat's here to help. You want to help, bud? No? You want to run off? Okay. Well, he was here and gone. You don't always want to do 1,000 takes. So let's see here. I lost that riff entirely. And now I was trying to get away from the classical thing, and I immediately dove right back into that little counterpoint thing there. Pedal point, not counterpoint. What I could do, here, I'm going to show you guys something that happens in the industry. little secret. Excuse you, sir. I am doing stuff. Hi. There. Get on the chair. Hey, no? Okay. Never mind. Cat's gone. Did you give them dinner?
I did not.
Then they have not been fed dinner yet. Yep. Okay, let's see. Okay. So I'm going to record it at half speed. Sorry about that. Let's go with, let's just make it an even 65. Let me decide on the riff first before I record anything. That's the other thing too. There's nothing more humbling than when you play a riff at half speed and you just dive face first into a pile of hot metal poo. Let's do that again. Did I start too early? Am I stupid? I am stupid. It's just so slow. Let's assume like that's the riff, right? Because I decided something random at the end there. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to play it back as it is. Oh, you know what might help? If I actually plug in the thing that lets you guys be able to hear this. Okay. Sounds horrible, but I'm going to preserve pitch in the master fader here, and then I'm going to bump that up to, I don't know, 130. See how fast I can play that? Now, from a practical standpoint, this is a lot of use. For whoever just popped in, check this thing out. If it sounds a little Alvin's and the Chipmunky, it's because it is. So what I did there was I recorded the riff that we're working on, and I decided to double the speed to showcase what the metal industry actually does sometimes. I don't think it's happened for a long time. It's really hard to get away with it now that there are actually players that can play this like with their eyes closed. But it is it's a thing. It is certainly a thing. So let's see here. We've got that. From a practical standpoint, what I like to do with this, I like to take it and just change the speed of a riff every now and again, because you never know what you're going to run across. Sometimes you'll end up with a really cool riff on axe that sounds like okay in one tempo, but really good at another tempo. Never discount a riff immediately. Try to get it recorded. Change the tempo, change the speed of a riff, change the tuning of a riff. I can't tell you how many riffs I wrote on like this guitar that I moved to the A string, and it just sounded way, way cooler. So I want to change this to like 100. Yeah, I like it at 100. There's that open note I wanted an excuse to use. Let's play it at this tempo first. Do that again. Started off too fast. Easy to do. Ooh, that's a bad one. That's bad. Let's try again. Every time I play it slow, my brain just doesn't remember the riff at all. That's what I'm looking for, that last note there. What I think I'm going to do there is actually use my my middle finger on my right hand. Hybrid picking is making a huge waves in the progressive metal community. An amazing example of exactly that is Polyphia. If you've never heard of Polyphia, you are living under a rock. Go look them up. They're fantastic. Anyway, they fuse a lot of hip hop elements into the metal genre, and whether or not you agree with that, I don't honestly care, because music is music regardless of where you're coming from. And I think the inclusion of other genres into metal is a fantastic way to keep it alive. Because I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but like 80s death metal kind of sucks. It kind of really sucks. The recording quality sounds like they went into a SpaghettiOs factory and used every can possible to condense their sound into what is essentially compressed tin garbage. Fight me. Music quality is fine, but you're boring. Not that this is that much more interesting, right? But I will not apologize for my comments. Deal. Let's try this again. I felt the need to go back and do that same line again, apparently. I think I messed it up anyway. That is where I'm going to have the most trouble. It's been a while since I've written a riff I can't play. It's always good for you, though. Got that preserved master pitch. Let's see what it's. Cool. I'm gonna record a second track alongside that. I'm not gonna leave the sped up version. Don't worry. Like, it's not gonna stay there. I'm gonna redo it, but I want a version to play along with. That makes it easier to record. Maybe, I don't know. Could be a placebo. Okay. I had to experiment with tone a little bit there for a second. So, this is okay. It's not bad. I'm going to pan. and delete the sped up version. And it might take a few tries to get this to sound as clean as I want it to. But just a quick reminder, this riff started, and I think I've ended up pretty faithful to that. I think I added some stuff, but I think that our roots there, I think we did good. I think we did really good. Oh yeah, I can do that like bulb-esque like harmony thing. Let's see how that sounds. I'm just gonna make it a loop. I kind of like that little disparity there. Oh, I forgot to hit repeat anyway. I'm just dumb. It's fine, whatever. All the same. Let me double check how that sounds. Okay, cool. It's not bad. I wonder what that that hiss is there. It's an unpleasant version of that noise. Okay, anyway, moving on. I'm gonna redo the second one. Okay, yeah, so I gotta get rid of the reverb. Nope. Let's mute that one for now. Hi, bud. You want up? No? You sure? Oh, here. There you go, thick boy. You want to say hello? Yes, you love microphone, don't you? I can't get anything done with him. Very recently, he found some birds he likes to look at. But guess what? They're outside my front door. And guess what you have to do so he can see out the front door? You have to hold him at the front door, at the front window. Or nothing happens. He just decides it's time to look at birds. And if you don't, God help you. The shouting. Oh my God, the yelling. I forgot to play that one now. There we go. Let's try this again. Wow. I have no idea why I suddenly can't play that. 2, 3, 4. There we go. Now to do it to a click. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a negative. All right. Whatever, man. That's fine, I guess. Back to re-recording the other one. I can't believe this. It's been almost an hour, and we have 20 seconds of riff. I am going to milk the hell out of this riff because that is a lot. This is going to take a while, ain't it? Nope, that was the wrong arpeggio. Muscle memory. No, that's not. The last time you did this. The last time he did that, he decided he was going to break a claw off in my thumb. So, you know. Is what it RB. Arby's. We have the beef. God, I could go for Arby's. I haven't had Arby's in a long, long time. Their sandwiches are good. I guess it's like their whole thing, though, right? If they're not good, what's the point? Okay, I gotta redo this one again. Wasn't happy with it. I can play it when I'm not recording it. Cue literally every other guitar player on planet Earth going, right, man, I know. I can play it when I'm not recording it. I know. Like, I have the same exact problem. I think every guitar player has that problem. It gets better the more I know the riff. Like, if I practice it plenty beforehand, it's not a big deal. But if I'm writing, God help me. So let's and my ears made me play what I heard happening on the other channel. I am going to mute the other one while I record this one, because I don't really know. And there, I thought it was 2, 3. Gonna hyperventilate. Gonna lose it. Again. I'm gonna get that run. I will get that run if it is the last thing that I do on this earth. There we go. Okay. Got something that sounds good here, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. That was sloppy, but Next section. We're gonna copy these, and this doesn't line up pretty, does it? No, it doesn't. I've already decided what the next section is. Why did I close that? Did I close mine? I did not remember closing that. All right. I'm going to get this next section written, and then I think that might be all I'm going to do today. But I will continue this little journey. Let's go. Was it 100 beats? 100 BPM? You tell me. Sure was. Thank you for helping. All right, let's try this out. That's my voice. I don't want to record that. You can do the William Shatner thing. You ever hear him do Rocket Man? Hysterical. I don't like that. I am just going to loop this section here and see what happens. Almost there. Hold on. Rush me. No, I can't just do that. It needs another chunk of riff. Okay. It needs... Let me explain. All right, let me explain. So, this riff will not go quietly into the dark. It will not drop. Insert reference to Independence Day speech here. Excuse me, sir. With that boop? Yes, you do. Cute boy. Very cute cat. Anyway, so this riff will not just quietly go. What it's going to have to do is it's going to have to kind of break down. For a great example of what I'm talking about, check out Marigold by Periphery. This is a riff that needs a come down riff right afterwards before it can slow down into a chorus or something. It can't just go straight from this into a chorus. That's transitional hell. And there's one thing I don't want to end up in again. It's transitional hell. What that means is you end up in a position where you have a great riff here, and you have here, and you have a great riff here. But this no man's land in between is kind of a problem. 1 second. I don't want any. Okay. So you have riff here, and you need to figure out what's going on here. So a lot of people, what they'll do, and it's a really, really common mistake, they'll just take both riffs, slap them together. That's a no-no. Don't do that. It's a bad idea. I did it a lot. I am guilty of it still. And I'm going to tell you, he's going to tell you too, that you need to have something in between sometimes. You got to ease the transition from one thing to another. It's like you ever taken a hot shower and then been splashed with cold water? It's literally a nightmare. Or you ever come in from a hot anything at all and sit on a cold metal chair? And that type of shock is what I'm avoiding here by not just diving into the bottom end of the pool here. So I think with that in mind, I'm going to leave the riff today and come back to it with a fresh brain and see if I can come up with a cool riff that comes afterwards. Because one thing you don't want to do is end up frustrated. And I don't seem frustrated because I'm not really. But I've also spent an hour on 20 seconds of riff. So I'm going to move on to something else for the evening and take another crack at this on the next one of these streams. So if you liked what you watched, please consider subscribing. If you didn't, that's also fine. Have a nice day, one way or another. If you have any questions on anything that you've seen in this video, just leave a comment or something, and I'm always happy to get back to people. In the meantime, the exit of this is made much more awkward by the idea of me not having this ready to go. Have yourselves a lovely day. I will catch you next time.